Hi, friends. Long time no see. This is Kitsia. Sorry I haven't posted anything for the past couple of years. Just got busy doing other things. But I'm back. As we all know, there's a gazillion and one videos on how to blend, on how to do certain designs, on how to repot makeup, and so on and so forth. But one of the things, Jesus, that I would like to start doing videos on is on the business aspect of running a face and body art business. I would like to put my disclaimer right up front that the information that I'm going to be sharing with you is strictly things that worked for me. This is not the law. This is not, well, this is how Kitsia says you're supposed to do it. No, this is things that I did throughout the course of me running my small business that worked for me, and that I would love to share with you all, so that if this gets to help you, by all means, go for it, use it. This is why I'm doing these videos. It will be on crowd control, line management, how to set up and tear down in less than 10 minutes, how to handle difficult clients. We've all had those that, they want you to give them the moon and the stars and they want it for free. Go figure, right? How to be able to educate the client, and tell them that, not in these words, but that they're getting what they're paying for. I'm not saying rip off a client and charge them, an excessive amount of money, but you want to make sure that you're charging them enough to cover for your advertising expenses, for all of your material. If you have to pay somebody else to go and help you at that event, or if of course you're paying taxes, and if you're paying for your insurance, which you should, because you just never know. And I mean, there's a lot of expenses aside from just your equipment. So you want to make sure that you're getting reimbursed accordingly, so that you're not losing money instead of actually making a living. How to network with other artists. I think it's very important to be cordial, and if friendships come out of networking, by all means, that's amazing. I'm a really big believer that we should all be nice to each other, be nice to one another, because we never know what the other person is undergoing. And how to handle a certain individual if they're very difficult, or just things of that nature. Us as artists, sometimes we tend to take things to the heart, but sometimes it's not us, or sometimes it's not them, or maybe it's just the situation of how things arose that it just created that bad atmosphere. How to, for example, like if you're just getting started, let me tell you something. Welcome to the industry. It's very fun, it's very energetic. You get to meet a lot of new and awesome people. And but just as a word of courtesy, it's amazing and it's great if people are using other people's artwork to get inspired. If you see somebody's artwork online, because you go Google and you type face painting designs, and a million and one types of designs come out, and that's great for you to get inspired, for you to see that if you want to print it and if you want to use it as a reference to build your own. I would strongly suggest that if you get inspired by anybody other else's artwork, use it as inspiration. But I would say don't put it on your website. Don't put it on your board, because everybody and their mother has a phone and everybody else can just copy an image and blast you on the social media, and then you didn't even know. I want to give always the benefit of the doubt to people and say that, if they're new, they didn't know that it's not good business etiquette to do that. So use other people's artwork for reference to provide inspiration for you so that you can create your own version of that design. I think, if I see somebody that is using my artwork, I take that as a compliment because they like my work. I don't want to see it like they're being lazy and they want to just use my artwork and not do their own. If you've asked me in the past to use my artwork for yourself, I think that's a great courtesy, and I've always said yes, touches my heart. It's fine. The local artists that I've worked with, and that when they began and they've asked me, Kitsia, would you mind if I use some of the designs on your board? Absolutely. That's the other thing. I'm going to talk about how to build your board in correlation to the event that you're working. For example, if you have a birthday party where you have 30 children and they're only going to hire you for 1 hour, or they're going to hire you only for 2 hours. Well, you want to make sure that you get every single child, so you're not going to put 10-minute designs when you have 30 kids. So time management. Or if you're having a paper face event, always, 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 always consider to take with you a line manager. The line manager is going to be your friend. Why? Because that way you can focus on painting and you don't have to worry about crowd control. You don't have to worry about taking payments, and you don't want to be touching money when you're touching kids' faces. I'm a bit of a germaphobe. I don't like touching money in the first place. But yeah, so, and then that way they can issue the tickets, collect payments, move the people along. It's totally worth taking somebody else with you to help you. Or, as most of us, some parents sometimes, if it's not a paper face event, if it's a regular corporate event where the company paid you to come and paint all these people, take your line manager and have them issue tickets. I will explain that later. You don't want parents fighting. We've all seen that, and I think that's kind of crazy how people start cussing at each other over face painting. But we've all seen it. So if we can prevent it, even better. If the company can pay you for the line manager, and if you can put that on the contract, or if they can provide you someone, I will strongly suggest you put that in your contract, because if they just give you a person, that person is not going to know what to do. And I will give you an example that something like that happened many, many, many years ago, and I said never again. So all of the information that I'm going to be giving you is because I went through it and it was awful. And what I did to remedy it, because it's already stressful enough to prep, get ready, take all of your things, set up, tear down, try to be as quick as possible. That's the other thing. To make a board that is for 2 to 3 minute designs tops, that are embellished, detailed enough so that they look awesome. Also, sometimes less is more. You just remember, when you're going to prepare a board, if the more colors that you use, and especially if they're not in Arctic cakes or rainbow cakes, or if they're not in split cakes already, it's more time to pick up a separate brush or to redip, so the more changes that you're doing to a design, that equates to more time. So neat, clean, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, next. And to be personable with the kids, you don't have to, I've seen some people that they're amazing at doing all this dialogue with the children, and I'm amazed, and I love that. But me personally, sometimes I get too much into the technique, trying to get it down, And hi, honey, how are you doing? Okay, what would you like? Okay, sit real still for me. And I mean, you be very polite. I've had kids where they're like dozing off on me because when I'm touching them, I don't know, it puts people asleep somehow. So, even when I'm doing makeup or hair, they're falling asleep on me. Um, so yes, so I'll be sharing all of that information. If you are interested in seeing these, or if you have any questions whatsoever, even before I get to that tutorial, please feel free to let me know, and I am more than happy to address it. Okay, so I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll be seeing you soon. Thank you.